The rain fell mercilessly that night on the winding country roads of southern France. Lena Carter, barely 15, sat in the back seat, humming a tune she had made up herself, while her parents laughed softly in the front. Life felt full, full of promises, full of dreams. And then, in one terrifying instant, a blinding flash of lightning, a screech of tires, a violent impact, and silence. When Lena awoke, she was an orphan. Her uncle, a stern man with duty in his eyes but little warmth in his heart, took her in. His wife, Madame Fontaine, and their two spoiled children made it clear from the first day. Lena was not welcome. After the accident, her parents were gone. Her uncle Jacques promised her a home, but she didn't know what awaited behind those doors. She slept in a small attic room, ate after everyone else, and wore hand-me-downs 2 sizes too large. Every morning before school, she scrubbed floors, cleaned fireplaces, delivered bread around the village, and sold flowers to earn a few francs for her notebooks and pencils. Lena worked tirelessly while cousins Sophie and Antoine saunter in, admiring the table. Sophie sarcastically told her to work hard, because maybe someday she will earn more than leftovers. Lena said nothing, cheeks burning. Their words cut deeper than the cleaning brush, but she had no choice. She needed money and dignity. Despite the bruises on her knees and the loneliness gnawing at her heart, Lena clung to her only joy: music. She would hum melodies while sweeping, composing silent symphonies in her mind, imagining herself on grand stages far away from the dusty streets of her reality. One night, after a particularly cruel scolding that left her in tears, Lena decided she had endured enough. She packed her few belongings into an old suitcase and slipped away under the cover of darkness, heart pounding with fear and hope. She wandered until dawn, finally collapsing near a quiet stone convent perched on the edge of the village. There, the nuns took her in without question. For the first time in years, Lena felt kindness. They fed her, clothed her, and enrolled her in college, recognizing her remarkable talent in music and acting. Years passed. Lena worked harder than anyone else, earning scholarships, starring in plays, composing music that touched the hearts of thousands. In those moments, she knew each hardship was worth it. She eventually moved to Paris, where her career soared. Her voice filled grand theaters. Her name shone on marquees. She married a kind-hearted man, Pierre, and together they raised 2 beautiful children. They had a beautiful home. She built a life filled with music, family, and love. Every note she played was a thank you for the second chance she was given. Yet, something in Lena's heart remained unfinished, a wound that had never fully closed. One spring morning, with her family beside her, she returned to the village she had once fled. Standing on the weathered doorstep of her uncle's home, Lena knocked. The door opened. Madame Fontaine stood frozen in the doorway, her eyes wide in disbelief. Behind her, the cousins who once sneered now stared in awe. Lena smiled, not with bitterness, but with peace. She had built a life of beauty and love despite the darkness. Years later, she returned not as the frightened girl who left, but as the woman she was always meant to be. She saw the years on their faces, the regret in Colette's eyes, wonder in her cousins. But there was warmth, too. Home had changed, and so had she. Lena, I'm so sorry for how we treated you, Coletta said. Thank you, Tante. I have a beautiful life now. You're in my heart, but I belong to myself. Forgiveness was my choice. I found that love isn't bounded by the walls we grew up in, but by the hearts we carry forward, Lena replied. They embraced, Lena's children hugged Sophie and Antoine, laughter mingling with tears. They had a meal together. In that moment, she knew. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to keep walking towards it.